Happy Hump Day, family. Man, I miss y'all. I miss y'all so much. I know it's been like 2 weeks since I've hopped on here. It's been a busy 2 weeks, but I told y'all my goal is to get on here once a week. But even if I skip a week here or there, you won't go that long without seeing me. So here I am. Happy Hump Day. And again, it ain't been that long, so I know y'all ain't forgot the drill. So if you have not already thanked our Heavenly Father for waking you up this morning, I need you to go ahead and press pause on this video and go tell the Lord thank you, because that you do owe Him. We're going to chime right into it. Today we are going to talk about in due season. In due season. In due season. And that's not just for certain things, that's for everything in life. Everything happens in due season, more like in God's timing, in due season, so those two can intertwine with one another. Basically, this message today can be referenced from Galatians chapter 6 verse 9, because basically that's what that book talks about, or that's what that section of the book talks about. Is it talks about in due season you will reap what you sow. Don't grow weary in good doing. You know, if you find yourself always doing good, you know, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but you don't see immediate results, immediate desired results, don't get discouraged, because I promise you in due season, you will reap your harvest. It's all about patience, and it's all about just waiting in God's timing. You should never get tired of doing what's good, because sometimes doing what's good, it's just doing what's good. Sometimes we should do what's good just to please God, not to actually expect something good to happen. Doing good should just come natural. You should just do good because you are supposed to do good. And once we get that part down, then we can start expecting things to just, expecting blessings to just flow the way we think they should flow. But again, even when they start flowing, it's in due season. Your season may not align with everybody else's season. You know, sometimes it's okay to clap when you see other people winning, because it doesn't mean that you're losing because it's not your season. It's just not your season. But you are supposed to clap when you see other people doing their thing, because guess what? When it's time for you to win, you want others to clap for you too. Not saying that you live for the clap or that you live for other people's validation or support, but it's just good to have. It's not a necessity. It's just a good thing to know that you have that. But if you want that for yourself, and if you want others to be happy for you, why not be happy for other people? In due season. In due season. Listen, I've been waiting on some things to pop off in my life, and things are slowly starting to shift in my favor because it's in due season. Certain things that I've been waiting on, like I say, they slowly starting to unfold. Things that I probably would have wanted for myself maybe 5 or 6 years ago. They are slowly but surely starting to unfold because it had to happen in due season. Not my season, not Tiffany's season, but in due season, in God's timing. But guess what? Up until I got up to this point, when I saw my people winning, I clapped for them. I stood on the side. I humbly stood on the sidelines, being a cheerleader for my people, because guess what? I knew at some point that my season would come. It would be my season at some point. And I'm here to tell you, if that's you, if you on the sidelines right now and you waiting on your season gonna come. But right now, your job is to be happy for everybody around you. Be happy for other people, cheer them on, clap for them. Because clapping for them does not take anything away from you. Because again, in due season, your season will come. Your season will come where everybody gonna be clapping for you, when everybody gonna be cheering you on. But you gotta be a good sport. And not just in your season, but in all seasons. You got to be a good sport. Don't get tired of doing good. Don't get tired of cheering people on. Like, don't develop this attitude like, you know what? Stuff always popping off for them, and I'm always standing on the sidelines. No. Their season may, be drawn out, or it may, seem like it's long or whatever. But again, it doesn't take anything away from you. It doesn't take nothing away from you. Because even if it's not your season, I can guarantee you that God is still blessing you some type of way. The fact that you're waking up every morning, the fact that you still have a job to go to, the fact that you still have a running vehicle, the fact that you can still put food in your mouth and taste your food, the fact that you got all your faculties, all your senses, all of that right there is blessing enough, because some people don't have those bare necessities. So just because you see other people's overflow, or you may be witnessing people in their overflow season and your season hasn't quite come yet, don't you stop clapping and don't you stop being supportive, because your season is coming. It's coming. And you know what? A lot of times it's a hard thing. God may test us to see how we act during our waiting season, or during our sideline season, when we feel like we're always on the sidelines or we're always clapping for other people. It could be really a test for God, because if you can't legitimately be happy for other people, hear me good. If you cannot legitimately be happy for other people, then when God gets ready to bless you, will you even be thankful enough to, understand that the blessing come from God? Will you be thankful enough for your blessing when it comes for you? Because if you can't be happy during other people's winning season, will you be happy, or will you recognize when it's your time? Will you be humble? Will you be grateful? Will you? In due season, in God's timing. And you know what? Don't try to rush the process, because if you try to rush the process, you may see immediate results. But guess what? If it wasn't a God result, that result ain't gonna last for long. In other words, you may be happy for the moment, but in the long run, you're gonna be reminded of the fact that you should have waited for his timing. Is something gonna happen? Something gonna fall through the cracks? And you're gonna be like, you know what? I just should have waited my turn. Don't try to skip the line. Don't try to cut corners. Wait your turn. Because when it's God, can't nobody stop it. If it's yours, can't nobody have it. If it got your name on it, can't nobody else have it. So if you try to skip the line and you try to go before it's your turn, again, you may see a counterfeit immediate result, but somewhere down the line, there's going to be a fall through with that, and you're going to go back to probably where you were, if not further back, because that's just not how God operates. You have to wait your turn. That's just like, robbing a bank. Okay, eventually it's going to catch up with you. And you know what? Was it worth it? Was it worth you going robbing all of those banks to end up in jail when all you had to do is go work, save up your money? Just like everybody else do. They work hard for their money. Whatever field of business that you're in, you work hard for your money. So it may take you a little longer to get the money that you desire versus going to go rob a bank. But if you try to skip the line by going to go rob a bank, you're gonna pay the price by serving some time, and it's not worth it if you just simply wait your turn and do what you're supposed to do. And that could be applied in every area of life. You mess around and get married because you feel like, oh, everybody else, at this point in my life, I should be married. I should have this. I should have that. So you rush into something only to find out maybe not even a year later, or maybe not even a few years later, you realize you done made the biggest mistake of your life because you rush in the process. Because you feel like, I should be here at this point in my life. I should be there at this point in my life. Wait your turn. Whose timeline are you on? Is it yours or is it God's? Again, it's certain things that are starting to unfold in my life that I'm not ready to fully disclose at this time. But I just really thank God, because there have been some times where I would get discouraged, where, I would be like, you know what, God, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. When it's going to be my turn? Yeah, I've had those moments. But I've had those moments, and then you know what? I go right back to just waiting my turn. I go right back to cheering those on who are around me that's winning. Because I know that I knew and I know that my season will come in due time. It's inevitable. We wasn't placed here on this earth to just lose. Life is a cycle. You're not going to win every single day. You're not going to lose every single day. Everything and everybody has its seasons. And so you just have to remember that things will happen for you in due season. I hope this word has been encouraging to somebody today. If you have liked what you heard, please go ahead and press like, share, and subscribe to my page, y'all. And help me get this word out. Till next time, I love y'all. Peace.